Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson, and I am back with another episode of the Horizons Author Lounge. And if y'all are used to seeing me on Instagram, y'all don't need to be used to seeing me there anymore because I'm not going back to Instagram Live. I'm doing this now on Facebook and YouTube Live. So this is what it's all about now. And I am so excited tonight because I am talking to the comedians from the Greek comedy tour. And first of all, I'm talking to my soror. And as you can see, she is wearing her royal blue. And we did not plan this. This is just how we do.
That's what we do.
So,
Hey, Sarah.
hey, Sora, how you doing? You looking beautiful. I'm loving the hair and the flip and everything. You got your Farrah Fawcett on.
Okay, I just did a little razzle dazzle today. I just said, let me go on and fix myself up.
I hear you, girl. I hear you. I am not mad at you. So, tell us about yourself. I already know you're a member of the greatest sorority in the land, but
Absolutely. Absolutely.
about yourself.
Well, people ask me where I'm from. It's always a tricky question for me to answer because it's never really straightforward in my mind.
Right.
Because being a military brat, I've grown up so many different places. I lived in Germany for 6 years of my life, Virginia. We was in my family. My mom and dad are from Miami, so I most of my life throughout Miami and then Atlanta. So somebody told me a trick though. They said, "Where did you graduate high school?"
Okay.
Well, if that signifies or tell you where I'm from, then I'll say I'm here from the ATL. How about it?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm from New Orleans, and I only say I'm from New Orleans because that's where I graduated from high school because I'm also a military brat. So I know what it's like to move around a lot. But it's nice to call someplace home, right?
That's right. It is. And then, not only being a military brat, but I ended up marrying someone in the military, and we were married for about 12 years, almost 10 years, but together, total about 12. But I call the Bay Area my second home for real, because I was out there for almost 10 good years. And hey, that's a whole nother vibe, a whole nother energy out there.
Yes, I have family in the Bay Area, and I remember going there a lot as a child. I haven't been there as much lately, but it is a vibe there. I love it there. The weather is nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just the whole lifestyle and the whole attitude is just different over there.
It is. It's a little bit more fast paced, but it's relaxed at the same time. It's weird. It's that water, man. It's amazing. If Atlanta had a beach or was on the coast, this would be a whole different. This would be a whole different kind of beast. I just know it would. It would be Miami overload.
Well, see, now you're just gonna have to drive to South Carolina then.
Yes and no. Yes and no. But yeah, I'm originally I call Atlanta home. I grew up here on the South Side. I don't live down there no more. I live up here on the North Side.
Okay.
I finally fancied my way up here to about a King and Queen Towers because I realized I like my neighbors to walk their cats on leashes.
On a leash.
These Caucasian people, they do some weird things. I done seen it all. I done seen a missing animal sign on a tree out here for a bird. A whole bird. Yeah. Good luck finding that bird.
That bird is off with his friends somewhere.
That bird is gone. Too legit to quit.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna find that bird.
Right.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
Now it's been a little over 8 years. It's been a little over 8 years now. Started in the Bay Area, and then I was kind of.
Tell me about what made you decide this is what I want to do? How did you just wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna be a comedian?
It was not a wake up and just say I'm going to be a comedian type thing. It just really wasn't. It was more or less people was telling me, "Oh my God, you're so funny," or "Have you tried this? Have you thought that?" And I remember after hearing it so long, I ended up looking back at an old vision board in 2014. I actually put on my vision board that I wanted to do stand up comedy.
Wow.
Forgot all about it. Forgot all about it. 6 months later, who would ever thought I was actually going to be on stage February of 2015 doing comedy? And it was snowball effect. It went from that 3 minute open mic set to somebody in the audience saying, I loved you. I want you on my show. Come do my show. Go to their show. They say, come do my show. That third show, believe it or not, was a competition, Bay
Mm,
Area competition. It was like over 15 comedians in this bad boy. This
wow.
is like my third time on the mic, and then I got third place out of all them people that was on that show. And I didn't even know it was a competition. I'm thinking it's just another open mic. Like it just snowballed,
You
and
just,
it's still snowballing.
it's like you were born to do comedy.
Hey, I was born to be a blue, born to be in the royal blue and pure white family, just born to be on the mic. How about it?
Yes, yes. So, now what went through your head the first time you got on stage and said, "Okay, I'm going to listen to everybody. Everybody's telling me I'm funny. I'm ready to do this now."
I didn't know what it was all about. I really didn't. As much as I used to watch, stand-up comedy and Eddie Murphy and just as much as I used to watch it, I used to like they just talking. To me, it was just like they talking like they just talking with their homeboys, homegirls, whatever.
Right.
So I didn't think that I had to go and make nothing up. I didn't think I had to go and write nothing. So it was real weird to me when I did go to the open mic. I saw a couple comedians off to the side with little notepads and it was writing stuff. And I asked somebody, I said, am I supposed to write something down? Like, because in my mind, I already had said, I said, I'm just go up there and tell these people about my day. And at that time in my life, I was working in an after school program. I like to call that place purgatory because it's the time of day when the school don't want them and the parents don't either. Kids just be.
I used to work after school programs too, and I had to I had to shake a couple of them now because they'll try you.
Because it's like that weird holding area. It's like they can't go home, but they can't. It's like you can't go home, or you
Right.
don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of here. It's like one of those things with the school. But I was there and I was talking about the parents, talking about the kids, and that 3 minutes went by so fast, and they were just like, "We love you," and I'm just like, "Okay."
Mm.
I don't know. People say, do I write my jokes and stuff like that? No, there's no need to write something that I'm living. It's life.
I was actually going to ask you about that, because I asked when I had Rod Minger on a couple weeks ago, and asked him the same thing. This is the Horizons Author Lounge, so I do like to talk about writing. But now, me writing a story or writing a magazine article is totally different from writing comedy. How do you
Mhm.
know that it's going to be funny? How do you know it's going to work? And then how do you know that it's going to deliver the same way it might be in your head?
Um, so it's not that I feel like I'm writing jokes or writing comedy.
Mhm.
I write to remember my life. I write to remember instances and experiences and things that I see. So it's like, oh my God, let me write it down so I don't forget. It's more or less that. And then what I look at is how can I tell this? How can I bring this into a nice synopsis so I can just get everybody's attention and get them to be at that experience with me?
Yeah.
That's the question I ask myself. How can I get this person to experience this? Because like my daughter, when she tells me stories, it usually end up in one of those, oh my God, you had to be there. Like that. It almost ends because I'd be like, so it's almost like you had to be there, but I don't want you to feel like you had to be there. I want you to feel like you were there, you
Yeah.
know? So I tell it with the same energy, the same enthusiasm, the same characteristic, the same, man, let me tell you what happened. The same everything. So that when I'm telling that story, each person can experience like they was just there, like they just saw it. That's one thing I keep in mind for sure. Is just deliver it the same. Delivery is the difference. Delivery is the key because when you have jokes and comedy and stand up versus an author who writes a book,
Yeah.
it's not the delivery because that is in the hands of the reader. The reader now has to interpret everything. But when I'm on stage, they're going to pick up better based on how I deliver it. And so I'm animated. It's like a light come on. I'm already like this naturally,
Mhm.
but it just goes up maybe another extra, shot, like a little extra espresso in my cup.
Well,
But
I remember we picked up Steve Brown from the airport, and he was so serious sitting in the back of the car, barely talking. But it's like all of a sudden it just snapped on, but all of a sudden he was just in mode. Do you feel yourself doing that sometimes where you might be
mhm.
one way, but when it's time to go on stage, it just turns on?
It does. Listen, if you was at the Laugh and Skull this past weekend, you would have saw me in the green room, knocked out sleep. I think a couple people would tell you I was probably even snoring. Like Joker came and woke me up literally minutes before it was time for me to go on stage. You would have never knew I was back there asleep. I
Whoa.
said it's almost like the whole Beyonce Sasha Fierce thing, where it's like an alter ego that comes forward. And I actually explained to somebody, I said, that I think it's Pixar movie, Inside Out. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And where they had the little characters inside that little girl head. You know the movie I'm talking about? Okay, so I said it's almost like that. It's like it it's not Nicole that's on the stage. It's like it's somebody else that done grabbed the mic, like, all right, it's my turn to talk. It's almost like that. It's like it's not even me. I'm just like, because Nicole really want to be asleep right now in this bed, but whoever this person is, Blue or whatever I like to call her, she jumps out and she does her thing on stage for sure.
Okay. Okay. I can see that now where you could, because the thing is, it's not the audience fault that you're tired. It's
Hmm.
and it's not the audience fault that you might have even had an argument or something prior to going on stage. When you go on stage, you have to bring it because that's what they paid for.
It's just like any job, especially if you in customer service. Don't
Hmm.
bring your worries and stuff to the counter. You there to help the or what they call it, putting on your work voice.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know how you be fussing at the kids, somebody call and you get on the phone. Yes, hi, how you doing?
You can call it nice if you want to. We call it putting on your white voice.
That part. You said it. You said it for me. White voice, work voice. Yeah. Everybody got it. And that's all it is. It is because I want that delivery to be the same. I don't want you to get a bad delivery just because something else is happening in my personal life. And that's been one thing I've been able to do because even prior to doing comedy, I was a fitness instructor. Okay. If I stood up right now, don't let the little thick body fool you. Okay. I'm back in Atlanta. I was a fitness instructor in California, but for 10 years plus, I was a fitness instructor teaching Zumba, hip hop, spin, core classes, boot camps, all kind of stuff. You name it. And I, like you gotta keep that same energy as a fitness instructor. Like they're counting on me when they come to that class. It don't matter what happened to me during the day or whatever. They want to hear me. All right, let's go, pick it up, let's go. They want that same thing because that's what they came there for. So it's almost like they cross those two lives, those two worlds for me cross from being a fitness instructor and doing comedy because that's probably another reason why I enjoy hosting because I feel like I can regulate energy well. And when going up in between different comedians as the host, I get to keep the energy of the whole audience together as
Right.
I would in my fitness class. So say, all right, I see y'all getting a little tired on me. Come on, we got to pick this thing back up. So it's almost like the same thing. It translates.
So now aren't you hosting a show currently in Atlanta? Excuse me.
I do host pretty regularly at a couple of spots I frequent with Maurice Sims. He does a lot of major shows out here at Sweet Lounge on Fridays. He's at Monticello Thursdays and Saturdays. So I do rotate throughout, the time, the month and stuff with his shows and his rooms. And the Laughing Skull, I host there quite frequently when I'm there and stuff. So yeah, I enjoy hosting. I used to do a game show actually.
Oh,
That was amazing.
tell.
Huh?
I said, do tell a game show.
Yeah, actually, it was a young man. He came down from North Carolina. He wanted to bring his game show to Atlanta, and it was called Black in the Day. And it was lit. It was so lit. He had the whole setup. He had the little buzzers. They was different colors. We had our DJ, and we would set up at different locations, and we did private events and such. And I enjoyed it. You know, that's my whole little go to. Because even when I worked in the after school program, I used to host like Family Feud with the kids and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I love that. I say I want to be the first female host of the Family Feud period, because Family Feud ain't never had a female host.
that's true.
And I would love, Steve getting a little old. You feel me?
I
You said what?
said I can almost name all of the hosts.
Right. And Steve getting a little old. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like he gotta make room for some young blood.
You starting
you know.
fights with Steve Harvey.
You said what?
So don't you be starting fights with Steve Harvey.
I ain't starting no fight. I just want him to consider me. That's all. When he's ready to pass that torch, I want him to consider a nice, fresh, young face, full of energy, so bring something different. A woman? Come on the
Yeah,
field.
you're right.
Come on now.
There has never been a female host.
There's been yes, but not a long-term one.
Right, right. Yeah, that would be good. But you got to bring it, because I remember when there was a rumor going around that, I don't think it was a rumor. I think it may have been actually happening, and then they changed their mind. But they said that they were going to fire Steve and they were going to bring in somebody else. And a whole bunch of families said, I didn't want to go on the show anymore. I'm not watching the show. And I think they got such backlash. They were like, okay, we were just playing.
I heard that. I did hear about that, and I got excited. I did. I can't even lie. I got excited. I was like, finally, my chance. It's my time to shine. I'm going to get on there some kind of way. I was like, all right, Steve, I done heard you preaching. I'm ready to jump off this cliff. You feel me? I'm ready to jump off this cliff and just go for all at it. Go on and give it to me. You remember that one host? I think it was the first host. He was up there kissing everybody in the family.
Dawson, yeah, he was always kissing people. Yeah,
Could you imagine me on there, everybody trying to kiss me? I'm like, you better stop. Come on now. I already have to do that around all these Caucasians. I don't know what it is in my community, but everybody want to greet you, kiss you on the lips. Wait a minute, now, what are you doing?
So tell me, how did you get involved with the Greek comedy tour?
It was back in 2016. I believe that's the first year that he started, and we had the show at the Atrium. And honestly, I asked myself one day, I was like, I don't know if I reached out to Chris or Chris reached out to me. Or I really don't even know. Maybe we could ask Chris how we actually connected. But he ended up adding me to the show because he had a representative from every organization except, Zeta Phi Beta. So
we're going to fight him about that, because he's a Sigma. He should have known better than that.
But you know what? I still was fresh. I was still fresh. Okay. I was almost like not even a little over a year still within my comedy career. So I was still trying to get my name out there, still trying to, network and stuff like that. So it's been a blessing to get on it as early as I did. And I feel like he's seen my growth. Everybody's seen my growth throughout the years. Awesome. Definitely had some amazing shows with him and the Greek comedy tour, whether it was virtually or in person. And it's been a blessing. It's been awesome to even work with a lot of the comedians that he have on this tour.
So how long have you been with the show? You said you were still fresh when you joined.
Yeah, so he started in 2016. So I've been with it since it started, that very first show.
Okay, so you're like an OG with the Greek comedy tour now.
You feel me? I'm an original.
Original.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
With my kids leaving the nest, and I do have one that's coming up behind her, but I'm about to figure out a plan for him. He might just have to go on the road with me. But I said this: if I don't get picked up with the efforts and stuff I'm putting in, I'm putting myself on the road. That's what's next. I'm getting an RV. I'm finna come into a town near you, a city near you, a state near you. I'm gonna just hit the road myself, and I'm I'm gonna deck out my little tour bus because that's what we calling it. It's not gonna be just no regular smuggler RV. Okay, it's gonna be a tour bus, and I'm putting myself on tour. I'm just gonna just go hit the road. I am. I
Yeah,
am.
comedy clubs are. I think they're popping back up again. COVID is a thing of the past. I don't think it ever existed. That's what they
There are theories. There are theories.
say. Yeah,
I
but
said I knew COVID was over when they took away that little EBT card they gave me
oh,
during the pandemic.
not the
That's when I knew the pandemic was over then. I was like, okay, I guess COVID is gone. No more Publix for you kids. Guess we're back to the food depot.
Woo! Wait,
A
wait.
little local Piggly Wiggly.
Now,
You
see,
gotta
I
go up there and rub some nickels.
in the day.
You said you mess with Piggly Wiggly.
Yes, I used to go to Piggly Wiggly back in the day. Now,
I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it smells weird. Everything in there smells like pig blood. I don't know why. I don't know why.
nasty.
Like, why does bread smell like pig blood? This is crazy.
So hilarious. So, What's your next show? I'm gonna need you in the DC because that's where I am.
Hey, I do want to come up there and rock in the DMV, and I'm trying to make my way up north as well. I want to come up that way this summer, but with my whole daughter graduating, getting ready to go to Fort Valley State University, it's a lot on my plate. But hey, soon and very soon, I'm gonna work my way on up there. Who knows? Maybe we'll have the Greek comedy tour slide through that thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Chris has been after me about that. I'm gonna have to talk to him.
Look, let me go ahead and jump on that. Maybe we'll have the Greek comedy tour slide through that thing, you know?
I'm working it a little bit at a time.
Right. Well, I got a couple shows here lined up this for the rest of the month of April. I always stay booked and busy for sure, and it's been a blessing. I do several shows a week. It's anywhere from 3 to 5 shows a week, sometimes more. But I got a local show this Wednesday, and then this Saturday, there is a special event for healthy mothers, healthy babies. There's an organization who's doing a big fundraiser, and they have 3 comedians, female mothers, and we're representing for the ladies. We're going to hold it down and have an amazing show on Saturday. So that's a nice fundraising event. Just want to invite everybody out too. If you're in the area, pull up on me, come get this funny.
All right, well, now you got to remind us where is that going to be? It's going to be in Atlanta.
Absolutely. It's actually at the let me think. It's at the West End Brewery over at the Heavens. Oh my goodness. You would ask me that. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna put it in the chat so the people can come see you.
Wild Heaven Brewery. Wild Heaven Brewery. That's what it is.
Wild Heaven.
Yes, it's called Wild Heaven Brewery. There's a lot of breweries that done popped up in Atlanta, and especially over there on the West End, they have a whole row of different breweries, and pretty cool, pretty nice venues as well. They're very beautiful.
Okay, and what time is the event going to take place?
It's from 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
7 to 9.
What date?
Uh, April the 29th. Saturday, April the 29th from 7 to 9.
Okay, I have put that in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Come join me. Come and support a great cause, a beautiful organization who supports healthy mothers and healthy babies. And just want to celebrate women and just give them a moment to just say, forget them kids. Let me stop.
Well, I don't have FCC guidelines.
Oh, so I can say what I wanted to say.
What I was actually going to say is, if it slips, I don't think we're going to get in trouble.
Right. I felt like I had to hold back because I'd be so quick to say it too. I'd be like, I love them, but fuck them. Say, look, this is supposed to be a good event so that the women can come and let their hair down for a little while and just be appreciated. That's all, and it's for women and men. It's not just for women, but it's definitely open to anybody who want to come get this funny. How about it?
They come get this funny. I like that.
Absolutely. Come get it.
So
Because you know what? Great days aren't given, they're made. So you got to go get that funny.
I like that. So how can
Mhm.
people get in touch with you and stay connected?
So I'm on all social media platforms. I even throw a little TikToks up every once in a while. Nicole Blue One on there. But if you put Nicole Blue in on any of these platforms, I guarantee you're gonna find me because it is only one of me. I am the ace of my line as well. So I am the number one, you know.
And see, I'm a deuce. See, this is why we connect.
Hey, see, we was right there by the line, like stacked right there, one and two. But I'm on Instagram. You can put in Nicole Blue or you can put in your girl Blue One. How about it? Because I am your girl. Not your girl, but your girl. YA girl Blue One.
Okay, I'm putting that in there too. YA girl
Blue One.
blue one on IG, right?
Absolutely. And go ahead and drop my little cash app too, sis, because somebody, I tell them if you like the funny, pass the money. You feel
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What's your cash out?
in Blue One. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody might want to tip me.
All
How
right,
about it?
blue one. Let me get that cash app together. Y'all know what the dollar sign means. I don't
Okay.
know. Y'all know what it means.
They say cash app is the new way of begging. I stand by the begging. They said the Bible said, "Ask and you shall receive."
Amen.
I
So
appreciate you for having me today, though. This is amazing. It's
thank
always good to see you.
you for the time to come on. I mean, we had done an interview a long time ago, back when I was still in New Orleans. And,
Mm,
so it's good to have you back, and I'm glad that you're still doing your thing.
absolutely. It's been an amazing journey. I've had some awesome opportunities. I just came back from LA. I was out there, did chocolate Sundays and crack 'em up Thursdays and just networking. And I was at the Comedy Chateau and um, just having my face in and out of places. I just wanted to be out there so y'all don't forget it. You feel me? Don't forget this face. Listen, y'all see me on Family Feud. Don't be surprised. I'm like, you know what? She did say that. I did
You never
today.
spoke it into existence.
Absolutely. And I believe in it wholeheartedly. I do. Even the simple fact that I started comedy, because when I look back and I literally look back over my vision boards, um, I looked at that one from that 2014 and I was like, wow. Like I had took a picture of cut out a picture of a stage that had like red curtains and stuff with a mic on
Mhm.
and I had to glued it on there. I was like, I wanted to be doing stand-up comedy. And then now look at me over 8 years later now. It's been amazing. It is.
What is your advice to somebody who may want to break into the comedy game?
Just do it. Nike said it best. Just do it. Because at the end of the day, I realized this, and I've said this so many times to people in my life. I realize the saying, "Are you are your own worst enemy?" is really true because I didn't grow up in a negative environment. I don't have the sad story. I don't have that. I grew up in a very well-to-do environment, middle class, military family, and very positive at that too. Like if I said I wanted to be an astronaut, my mom's gonna say, "Oh, you finna fly the hell out of that ship." Like you can do it. And I did everything I want to do, and I still do to this day.
Yeah.
And just having that, I realized I probably was the most negative person to myself. Telling
Mm.
myself no, talking myself out of stuff. And we don't think about that self-sabotage that we do. So if you want to do it, just do it. It's not even that serious. Go to an open mic, find the mics in your city, just do it. Don't worry about having, like I said before, making up stuff because just share your life because you're living it from your perspective. I read a bumper sticker one day that said, "Life doesn't begin at conception, it begins at perception." So,
Mm.
however you perceive this thing called life is how it's going to play out. So,
Mm.
don't be so hard on yourself. Go easy. And at the end of the day, have fun because the audience is going to pick up on if you're enjoying yourself or not. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
you're enjoying yourself, they're gonna rock with you. If you look like you're struggling, they might be like, "Oh, what's going on? Do you want to do this?" But
Now,
have fun.
but with that being said, though, and I've been to, I love going to open mic nights. I love comedy, but there have been times I've gone to open mic nights and the crowd is just looking at you, no
Hmm.
a chuckle. How do you keep going?
You know what? Probably prepare me for audiences like that.
Hmm.
The fact that I started in the Bay Area, I actually was doing open mics, all kind of places. You wouldn't believe the type of places we find ourselves doing comedy. But to be in the Bay Area and get booked to do comedy at a dispensary where everybody in that thing is high and they probably laughing on the inside and you don't really hear nothing coming out and you just got to tell your jokes and they sitting there looking at you like this. And then after the show, after you finish, they come to you like this. You were so funny. You were so funny. It's like you gotta not even worry about none of that. You just gotta push through. Because you never know who you actually affect. And a lot of times people in the audience, they feed off of other audience members. If other people are doing it, sometimes they be like, oh, I don't want to be the only one with this loud laugh I got. I don't want to be the only one. If everybody ain't laughing loud, I'm not. I'm going to just hit them with the, you know?
Oh man, I'm just really picturing it. I really am.
Right? Come on now. I think, let's say the Bay Area groomed me to handle anything.
You're doing your comedy and everybody's like,
yeah. Exactly. And I done did a number of those, okay?
I cannot.
I done did a number of those. And then afterwards, they're all in your face like, oh my God, you're so funny. I love you. You're this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking like, was I? Like, I didn't even hear a laugh. I didn't know. Let me stop. I don't know if I ever been a place and I ain't never heard a laugh. I'm not even going to say that.
I was waiting for you to say that you didn't know how to answer that because it's never happened to you before.
Really, to be honest with you, I've never been in a place where they'd be like, everybody's bombing. Everybody a bomb. Everybody don't have to bomb if you're there to have fun. Because I done told audiences before, I say, you going to laugh with these jokes, so I'm finna come and tickle you, but we finna get some laughter tonight. Like, it's just not that serious to say, don't hold in no laugh. You might fart on yourself. Like, let it out. You know, it's better
tickling people.
Huh?
Don't go in that audience tickling people.
Absolutely. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes people need a little extra push.
Well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Absolutely. I don't like to be arrogant, but you know what? I know I like to have fun, and people can tell I'm having fun. So I ain't never experienced that. That's why I said it wasn't intentional, but I knew it was a dispensary, and it was more like, and I'm like, these jokers can't do better than that. Like, that's crazy.
Well, your boy Chris is running late, so I guess we're gonna hang until he pops up on here. I don't know what's going on.
He on that CP time.
And he called early.
How long you been in DC?
I actually moved here in September of 2020. And the craziest thing is moving during COVID when you can't even look at the apartment that you're interested in. So somebody had to FaceTime me. Like the apartment manager would FaceTime me from inside of the apartment. And that was the way I had to look at the apartments.
Oh my goodness. And what launched the move? What prompted the move?
My job said, we need you in DC. So I said, okay.
Gotcha. Well, at least I got a star up there in DC when I pull up on you.
Yes. As soon as Chris brings the Greek comedy tour to DC, we're going to have to make sure that you are one of the comedians.
Absolutely. Chris, you heard that? You heard that, Chris? She said we coming to the DMV.
I'm locked in. Well, it ain't got signed yet. They got a vote to do the Virginia conference, but it's in Virginia Beach or something. It's like 4 hours away from y'all.
Well, that's a long drive. I don't think it's 4, but it's not like 1.
And then you got Maryland also. Maryland trying to do something in January.
Okay, Maryland. I live in Maryland.
What part? What part? I'm trying to get my light straight.
I was about to ask you why you were sitting in the dark.
I got this damn ring light. It ain't lighting, but it's ringing.
You gotta pull it up close to your face.
Darkness.
Right. I wanted you to say it, not me.
Darkness. Like, hold
It's
on, hold on.
because you got to turn toward the window, Chris. You got the light behind you. That's why. Or
Oh,
there you go. There you go. There
how
you
about that?
go.
About the kitchen is
Cletus.
better.
I can see
All right,
you now.
cool. How you see now?
Yeah,
Do I look like my mama's son now?
yeah,
Do I look like him?
yeah.
Chris,
What
how did
up?
we link up? Rhonda
How did
asked.
we link up?
Yeah. Did you reach out to me?
No, you reached out to me on Facebook, and then you came home, and we was doing
The Atrium show.
yeah, but the Blue and White Atlanta had an event, and we went. We tag team. We went one. You came to Atlanta, and then remember, goddamn Cookie Man. What up, bro? Rhonda said she got cookie crumbs all in the bed, bro. What event? We wound up going to what was that restaurant? That Diddy chef
Rob's.
Chef Raw,
Chef
and
Rob's.
that's when you picked up. Remember you picked? I got that video. You picked up Cornelius.
Cornelius. That was
And
before
and then oh
Atrium.
boy, my
That was
damn cheek swole. I got bit by something. I don't know what the hell it is, but my damn cheek swole. But remember old boy licked you on the face and you
yes,
showed your
I
ass?
do. I thought that was after the Atrium.
No, that weekend. Now that's the weekend. The atrium was like a couple weeks later because in
Oh,
that weekend, man, that weekend at Chef Ross, I think Kelly was in town. You
mm-hmm.
living on the West Coast. Kelly was still living in Milwaukee. She hadn't even moved to New York yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I forgot what park it was, but Blue and White Atlanta was at one park, and me and you went. And we saw passing out flyers, and you and Kenny
Stone
started doing
Mountain.
whatever.
Yes.
But I remember, I'm a big dude, but Kenny is bigger than me. And
Yeah.
Nicole picked his ass up, took his manhood. She picked him up in the parking lot, and in the video, all I kept saying was, "Pick his ass up."
Huh? I'm wondering the same thing. Look at Dedrick's comment.
No, I did not. No, see what had happened was I was out there after the comedy show, and all of us was in the parking lot. They was taking
like
pictures.
All the comedians in Atlanta
yeah,
do.
And Chris did not have my back. Okay, as he should have. You know, me being a single woman, just being out there in the streets by myself, no security. And this man asked, could he take a picture with me? And I was like, cool, no problem. And he goes to put his arm around me.
He was a comedian also.
This Joker, though, somebody said they ain't never seen him on stage. Either way it goes. He takes this picture with me, turns around, and licks my face from my chin up to my forehead. And I'm like, oh my God.
This is pre-COVID too.
I was about to say this obviously was pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was, but
this was like 2016.
It was the most disgusting thing that's ever happened to me. I was like, do I look like a lollipop? The kicker was this. This man looked me dead in my face, said, I've been waiting to do that ever since I started following you on Facebook.
Girl, that sounds like some
It's crazy thing is the man Buddy I think he had just got married or something. Nicole she about to blast him. I was like, oh God. It was like I did not know.
He was in my inbox begging me. He was like, please don't put me on blast. Please don't put me on. I made a blast. I told a story about it, but he was like, please don't. Please. He was like, all in my, please. I'm like,
dude kept calling me, asking me like, is she gonna do a video? And I was like, bro, I do not know. I was like, I know her, but I don't know her. But yeah. But I remember that because then that night we wound up going to the strip club that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a heck. No wonder you joined the Greek comedy tour. That's some things going on.
We been lit.
That was the first weekend.
That was a fun weekend.
Yeah. She had Cornelius hot. She kept trying to pick Cornelius up in the pub, and I kept screaming, Pick his ass up, Nicole.
I remember someone said, Cornelius. Cornelius.
Chris.
He like this dude played football for West Georgia. He was an offensive lineman. So here come Nicole. Nicole just picked his ass up. Just grabbed him by the legs and just picked dude up. So he imagined a big dude like that, like his whole manhood, and it was just the funniest shit to me.
Well, I mean, one, I'm gonna say this: all my life, I had to fight. I was the only girl around so many boys. Do you hear me? My brother and all my first cousins. I was the first granddaughter. Like I was around nothing but boys. Cornelius, he got what he was asking for.
And you gotta realize this all in the same day. We all just met. We had just met. We all just met Nicole. She picking his up, and what's her boy name? Cat Daddy. That's his name. No, I'm sorry. This ain't being recorded, is it? I want to put him on blast. But what's the name? His mama's son.
The show
met
is live.
Nicole. Say what?
The show is live.
Oh hell no! Dang. Oh my God, my bad.
That Joker ain't no comedian. I ain't never seen him on stage in my life.
I don't know his name. I wasn't there. I don't remember who he was. I don't remember. I don't know who he was.
Oh my goodness. Well, Chris, since you're here and you're gracing us with your presence,
why you ain't got a blue shirt on?
Yeah.
First and foremost.
I told you.
First off, my last name ain't Blue. Second, I didn't know this was a Greek interview. And third, I'm working.
I didn't even know you had red in your closet. Who does that? I don't even own red.
You know I bang. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, cuz. Wait a minute, cuz.
Oh my goodness. Right. I just want to
am I on the call? Did I sign in too early?
No, you was late.
You were late.
Late. Oh, okay. I thought my interview started at 7.
Your interview started at 7:30.
Oh, told you. I'm ready. Let's go. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Daisy's son. This is Nicole. The face lick. And Rhonda has cookie crumbs in her bed. She has snookle-doodle, strawberry shortcake, them praline cookies on point. Nicole, you met the cookie man? You met the cookie monster? Rhonda, you gotta promote the cookie man. He would that's him just posting. You gotta promote the cookie man.
Okay, I'm gonna promote the cookie man. Let me see.
There you go. Deidre got the dopest cookies in DC. Besides them Subway $3-4 cookie, them white macadamia Subway be on point.
Well, that's kind of true. The cookies at Subway are good, but you're not about to get me in trouble.
He texting your ass right now. This ain't a Christian show, is it? Because it's so, then we got to drop Nicole.
Wait, say that.
Oh, you dropped Nicole for real?
Did she go? She left?
No.
Yeah, she left. I didn't drop her. She just left. I guess she wanted to give you your time.
Oh, my bad. Tell her come back.
Well,
all right, I'm ready. I'm going to get professional. Okay.
I done pressed the wrong button trying to read the comments. Well, we'll just say Chris kicked me out the room.
Good answer.
Yes.
Good answer. We gotta get old boy on here and talk about that face lick though, for real.
Oh, please don't. Well, you know what? we should have a follow-up. It's been about almost how many years now? Find out what made us nasty ass do that to me to begin with.
Hey, he said you were edible. He said your pictures. He said your pictures on Facebook was like scratch and sniff. So he said he always said when the real thing would come, he was gonna taste it. And he's like cotton candy, good as gold. Let me see you Tootsie Roll.
His tongue smelled like hot dog water.
Rhonda, all I heard was That's all
You
I heard.
wrong for that.
I ain't see no bottom teeth. All I heard.
That is
You're wrong, Chris, because I was about to beat Chris up because I was like, how dare you be out here and just let this man lick on me like this and not do nothing. He too busy laughing.
Now, see, I thought that I had the worst moment when I went to a college step show and a young man who likes to wear makeup wanted to compliment me on my makeup and he touched my lip. I thought I was about to die. He touched, yeah, he just put his finger
yeah,
right
A's right there. Yeah, A's
Touched
right
your
there.
lip.
Yes. I thought that was bad, but this man licked your face
He
from
did.
Her
He
left
did.
side. He hugged the tight first, right? And he go,
He hugged me so tight that by the time he licked me, it all happened so fast. Like he still had me in a chokehold. Like he still,
Oh,
yeah.
so those of you,
you know, I forgot about that.
those of you who are just joining us and you're hearing this crazy conversation, I am talking with
This how Nicole joined the sorority. She had to get her face licked.
Wow.
They said, "Pop out, Nicole."
Wow, that's what we on. That's what we doing, Chris.
oh my goodness.
He wasn't. I'm just joking. He ain't Greek. He ain't Greek. I'm just joking. Okay.
I am talking with two of the comedians from the Greek comedy tour. Christopher Columbus is the founder of the tour, and Nicole Blue is one of the first comedians to join the tour. So we're talking to two OG Greek comedy tour comedians.
How about
Right. Nicole she did the first show we ever did. We went to Fort Benning, Georgia, down to Columbus. Went down to my hometown, and we ain't gonna say no name, but we had a comedian who couldn't get on base. It was the tour started off. The first show was in my hometown. I'm from Columbus, Georgia, and we did it on the military base. It was the Zetas from Columbus that brought us down, but they did the show on base.
on the base?
So you got to go on base since 9/11. I got a military idea or whatever, so we had to stop at the thing. So I had two people. I had this comedian and I had Nicole in the car with me. Then we had another comedian that was coming later. I was more worried about him getting on base than the one that was in the car with us.
Well,
so we went, me and Nicole, we're in the car, and then there's people coming, getting out their car. And I'm seeing people like the photographer. I knew her. We went to school together. So she gets out her car, she go in, she get her own base pass, and she comes back. And me and Nicole just outside just talking like, damn, he taking a long time. We was like, man, so I think the show supposed to start at 8. At 7:20, we still at the gate. And I'm like, man, let
had
me
to
go
change
see.
clothes. We still had been on the road. We needed to freshen
and
up.
He was like, they are not letting me on base. So we had to go, we had to leave him at the gate, go to the venue, and I had my backdrop. We had to set up, and I had to unload everything. And Fort Benning is big. That's like the third largest base in the States. So I had to drive all the way to the location, then drive back to the gate. I was being considered. I could have gave him my car. It was like, bro, go to Applebee's or go to a high school game or something, and I'll call you when it's over with. And then we ain't had no ride. And then I had to have somebody follow me back to the gate to pick me up because I gave him my car and drive. Man, I forgot about that. And drive back to the venue, and we started the show late.
Yeah.
And then I had to tell them because he's on the flyer, and I got to explain to them that like he ain't performing. And now they like, yo, and I had to cut the money because it was like, man. So we had the PS. So the dude I was really worried about him getting on. And he was like, I'm on base. I was like, whew. That was like whatever. But we started off like.
Yeah, too bad. FaceTime.
In the trenches, we started from the bottom. Now we here.
Well, too bad.
You know what it was? He was a damn Omega.
You could have had him FaceTime his whole routine.
Well,
man, he was upset because he knew he wasn't about to get paid. So it was like a big thing. So here I am trying to tell them because we're running late. They're like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm at the gate trying to get somebody in. I couldn't get him on base. And then if we'd have known that he had a issue, I just would have put him on in the vehicle with somebody, and they would have just drove straight through and whatever. But I didn't. I ain't think he was gonna have an issue.
Right.
But they would not let him. They would not let him go on base or whatever.
They said, "Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail."
So our first show started late. So I'm trying to be considerate, man. I think it was.
Look, I'm sure you remember better than I do, but I thought the Atrium was the first show. I didn't know Fort Benning was the first one. The Atrium was the first one because you had everybody
the
on
Atrium
it.
was the first. The Atrium was the first, but I'm talking about when we actually went on the road.
Okay. Yeah.
The Atrium was the one I did myself, just started off. And then I did that it was the same day as the AGP, Atlanta Greek Picnic. And then I did that just be for the adults, the alumni Greeks. But then for the first chapter 12 was Book Us was the Zetas in Columbus.
Right on.
For little nothing. Huh?
So you gotta love the Zetas. We gave.
Oh yeah. And it was in my hometown, so it was a great thing. But it started. I remember we would laugh and joke and singing all the way down to Columbus, and then getting to the gate, and we just sit there. And he had to be in there like 45 minutes. You had people just coming, going in, getting their own board, their passes, and getting back. And I'm like, man, he's still in there. Like, what's taking so long? I didn't know if they had arrested him or not. Then he like, man, they gonna let me on. And then he didn't want to tell what the reason was, but he's like,
none of your business. Chris knows himself.
But you gotta realize, it's like, man, you know, then somebody say, yo, you got somebody about to perform, you're like, yo, I can't come. Next question, why? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, we all here, but it's like, nah, two of us in the car, one at the gate. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy.
I'm sure that was a lesson
great time
when it comes to performing on military bases.
So now?
So I'm sure that was a lesson learned when it comes to performing on military bases. Yeah,
and I thought me being prior military and having an ID card and all the other kind of stuff. So I didn't think that it was going to be an issue. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think Nicole had a record. I didn't think he had a record. The dude that I was more worried about because I remember I was calling him like, yo, you got any priors, dude? You got any warrants in there? He like, no, why? Somebody looking for me? I was like, nah, bro. The other comedian with us cannot get on base. And he was like, what? I was like, bro, he cannot get on. And then and the crazy thing was that Zeta chapter has just got chartered like a year or so before that, like a year or two before that, when we was like their first fundraiser or whatever. Oh, so yeah. Cool. So that was pretty cool though. That was crazy. It was crazy though.
Rhonda said we coming up there to DC.
I've been trying. Rhonda brought me to New Orleans though. I'm trying to get New Orleans and DC or whatever. Man, I owe a lot to Rhonda. Man, me and Rhonda been emailing every Zeta president. I found a link to every president in Zeta Phi Beta for every chapter.
Well, Nicole, I got to tell you, when he came to New Orleans, I had to make a deal with the older sorors in my chapter. So it wound up being a clean show. No cussing.
It had D. Ellis, me, D. Ellis, and Steve Brown. So you know how clean that went.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, that was a clean show. Hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, listen here, Ron. I ain't gonna tell no lies. A couple shows afterwards, Chris just looked me dead in the face. Was like, now you know. He was like, don't do that joke again.
Don't do that, though, Nicole, I think we was in Nashville. We did the Tennessee Zetas. And Nicole, okay, we be quiet. Okay, cool.
Well, how many comedians are in the Greek comedy tour
now? Man, I would say I have access to I say at least 15. I have access up to like 15.
And then how do you decide which comedians are going to do which shows?
I give the list to the chapter that we're working with and let them work on decide who they want, who they think would be the best ticket seller, who they want with the headliner. and then we work around that like that. So we try to figure out who's going to be headliner, going to be first. Then we work around that, and then see who's available, and if it fits. Like if it's when I say fit, meaning like if it's an alpha, you know what I'm saying? We try to get an alpha or whatever, but sometimes we have like we didn't want, like we're doing IOTA's conclave in July in Atlanta. And at first they didn't even want the damn IOTA because he wanted he wanted a ticket and a hotel, and they was like, hell, he supposed to be here anyway. I'm dead serious. They were like, is he financial? I was like, hold on. Hey, bro, you financial? Yes, I am. Yeah, he financial. Oh, he should be here anyway. So we shouldn't have to buy him a ticket or get him a hotel because he supposed to be here the damn way. You know what I said? Negro, you should be here any damn way. So it was like, where you coming? And he was like, I don't know. That's you. With us dealing with these chapters, some of us treat these chapters in these organizations like it's our personal business, man.
Yeah.
And now realize that these comedians are full-time comedians and they have to eat and all this other kind of stuff. And they swear we supposed to do all this stuff for the shield and do everything for free, man. And it don't even damn work like that. You know what I'm saying? So, these ain't no honorary comedians, you know what I'm saying, freak, whatever.
You are all professional entertainers. You're professional comedians, and many.
Yeah, man. But they think because come on now, you in a chapter. Don't your chapter want you to do some shit for free?
Don't get me started.
You know what I'm saying? So that goes with everything. It's like, yo, she a songwriter? Like
my letters jeopardized over a chapter.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, Fantasia about to find out. About to work the shit out of Fantasia.
Oh yeah, she did go over there.
All them alumni, all them celebrity, man, they about to work the hell out of them, man. They don't know it. But they really do expect, like when we did the Southwest Region Conference in Memphis or whatever, like, man, they didn't want to pay for me. They was like, because I'm in that region too. They was like, oh, you supposed to be anyway. So especially the conclave. So they really did not want him to come and perform. They did not want to pay for him for real. They did not want to pay for him.
I'm sure you probably, because this is the Greek comedy tour, and for those of you who are not familiar with the Greek comedy tour, these are not Greek as in from Greece comedians. These are comedians who are members, active members. Many of them are active financial members of Divine Nine organizations. So the comedians that we have on right now, Chris is a member of Phi Beta Sigma. Nicole is a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, which is my sorority. But these are professional comedians. Many of them, this is their job. Is don't have like a job they do at night or in the daytime and then go to comedy.
Popeyes.
Their job. Yeah, they're not working at Popeyes. This is their job. And because you are the Greek comedy tour, I'm sure that often you may get those requests. Well, can't you just do it for free? Or
oh man, the budgets be real low. And I understand, like in our business that we do, even like the comedians that I work with, they be wanting more money because you can tell like they pledged in college, they've never been part of a chapter once they whatever, not realizing that these people that we're dealing with are fundraise nonprofits. So they're doing is they have to raise money to give, no matter what organization we are, the one model, we all got to raise money to give it away. You know what I'm saying? We got to give scholarships away, so whatever. So even dealing with communities, you have to understand you have to reiterate to them like the budget's not gonna be that big because we're the only one that really are making a profit. They're raising money so they can give these scholarships away. And that's the only reason they keep money too. Then some of these state and local presidents are tight with their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel that that's their thing and they got this much money in the bank or whatever that will help them because it's all politics. You know what I'm saying? The first vice wants to be president. The first chapter president want to be state you know what I'm saying? And then the state want to be regional, and they want international, so it's all politics. So, and they run it tight or whatever. And then with the way how we work, the process is so slow because like Nicole, if she does a show, Marisa, anybody can call her and say, yo, you want to perform tomorrow, I can pay you. With Greeks, it ain't like that. We got to vote. And they only meet once a month. Mm-hmm. So if we want to, you know what I'm saying, if they talk today like we talking and they vote and don't get approved or whatever, man, they're not gonna talk about this till the next month. It's gonna roll over to the next month, then they gotta vote, and then they gotta vote again, and then you gotta have everything in ducks in a row. And it's a slow process. It takes 3 to 4 months. When you see a show come together, we've been talking about 5 or 6 months.
That makes sense.
We've been taking 5. Yeah, because there ain't nothing getting done like that. Like tomorrow, like it's like, oh yeah, we got to vote. So if I talk to somebody, I tell them, because I'm in a chapter, I always say, whoever in your chapter on your side, get them on board before you go to the chapter meeting. And then when y'all vote and be like, yeah, this is a good thing, we can do this to this. Now we all got to sell tickets and stuff like that. And
that's
it's a good pass.
Some people just don't like selling tickets.
Yeah, that's it. And that's one of the problems. And one of the things is, one reason I do this like this and not do stuff out my pocket, man, doing shows out your pocket. I'm sure Nicole's not done it before, been somewhere when, man, you do a crowd, there's only 20 people, you don't make no money. You know what I'm saying? I like dealing with these Greeks because if your chapter got 60 people, I got 60 promoters. We make our money no matter what, whether it's 10 people in the crowd or 1,000 people.
No, that's not exactly true. A chapter might have 60 people, but there might only be 20 people doing the work.
But when we sign that contract, I know with that chapter I'm gonna get paid. Now, those chapter members, if they don't sell those tickets, they gotta pay them. They gotta eat them. It's up to that chapter president to hold them to that fire and to get their things or whatever. But if they doing stuff within the organizations and if they like in a city like Atlanta where it makes no sense, where you have 30 Phi Beta Sigma chapters, and it makes, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get mad at you, you know what? I'm gonna go start me another damn chapter. And we all segregated. And then here we go on Founders Day. And I believe we should be like the Omegas, the Deltas, and the AKs. On Founders Day, they might not like each other, but they all in one place, and it looks better. But man, we have somebody, then we have a chapter at churches, we have a chapter at Dugan's, we have a chapter at Popeyes. But I think we look so much better when we all in one place.
Well,
doing together, at least on Founders Day.
I have to say that's what I really like about the Maryland Zetas. There are certain events that we do together. So you'll see the chapters coming together, and it's a beautiful look.
And it should be like that. You should put politics aside like that. I just hate to see, like on Founders Day, man, when we have so many chapters, you take a picture, it'd be 20 in this picture, 16. He got his LBs over there and that kind of stuff. When it's like, okay, it's Founders Day, we should all one place get together and at least go to Uptown Comedy Club where we got a Sigma own a venue or whatever. We got a couple Sigma own a couple venues in Atlanta that we should go and patron it. And like that should be it for whatever, even the Sigmas or the Zetas or something like that. But we don't do it like that though. But I'm sure we're not the only organization though.
Oh no, I'm sure that everybody goes through it in some way or another. But now, now tell me this. What I know you mentioned you have some shows that may be coming up here, one in Virginia Beach and one in Maryland. But what is your show? Something that people can get tickets for now?
Right now, because it's coming to summertime, Greeks don't meet during the summer. So pretty much we're slow to summertime. We are working on with that big, nice press kit that Rhonda Lawson did for me that sent out to all the colleges that we're working on for homecomings for October. The only thing that we have official right now is for the summer is Iota Phi Theta Conclave. I'm hosting the town hall, and Drew Frazier. I don't know if y'all know Drew Frazier from New York Kings of Comedy. He's a member of Iota Phi Theta, and he's hosting the gala. And then that Sunday we're doing Benedict College. They're doing a homecoming fundraiser in Atlanta by the Battery. I just got that last week. They're supposed to do it at Angelo's in Atlanta or whatever, but they think it's going to be a thing. So they're trying to get, and I think I hit Nicole up. They're trying to use Monticello comedy club or whatever for that. They trying to do their part that Saturday, but everything else I got
Benedict,
is
the all
lined
women
up.
college.
No, Benedict is men and female. They got a football team.
Okay, what am I thinking about?
Howie Bell went to Benedict.
Women's college too. It's a different school.
Benedict College is in South Carolina.
Okay, I thought it was a women's.
Comedian Howie Bell
Yeah,
is
Benedict is a all. I know a young lady who goes to Benedict, and it's an all women's school in South Carolina. I don't know. I might be tripping.
You tripping?
Well, I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, look it up, sis.
Go. Benedict College.
Benedict College in Columbia.
That may be it. They purple and gold.
No,
Yeah.
girl, it's not. There's men here. There's men in here.
Yeah, they got a football team. The dude I talked to is he played in the NFL.
I'm thinking not Benedict. I'm thinking of Bennett. Bennett College.
College is a.
God dang it, boy.
Bennett is all women.
Thank you, Deidre. Thank you, Deidre.
It sounded the same.
No. Yeah, but Benedict College or whatever. Then we have some stuff lined up in October.
You can't correct me on my show. You can't correct me on my show.
Okay, what? She said
Okay.
what?
I said Dedrick can't be correcting me on my show.
Okay. He said he was
to that
accepted.
college.
You see, you already know. You know what I'm saying? But then a lot of stuff we have in October coming up. I got 3 lined up in October, but commit to nothing that far out. Cause they swear I might get a Netflix special and I have to bag out or something like that. So they don't like to book too far out or whatever. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna need some Greek comedy tour comedians to get a Netflix special.
Okay.
Man, you know what? That would be so dope. I'm be honest with you. My whole dream and the plan and what I'm working on right now is to get a big name comedian, which is like your Ricky Smileys and stuff like that, to be like the host, and then put the comedians from around the Greek comedy tour like Nicole and Kelly and all them, and put them around them. And I think that'll be a bigger thing to exposure, whatever. So.
There's definitely a lot of Greeks. That's you got nephew Tommy and Ricky. They both
Cedric Entertainer,
right.
Wanda Sykes is the AKA Keenan Williams is an alpha. Chico Beans is an alpha.
Cheryl Underwood.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's Zeta. So I've done some with Cheryl. So, but then that's the whole thing is to get something like that and put them around. So
okay, look at this. Look at this comment from your soror, Elisa McLeish.
Okay. She getting baptized in September. Yeah, we can be there as soon as she come out the water. We were right there to draw off and tell jokes. Soon as she come out of the damn water, you know what I'm saying? And then Elisa, if you get baptized in September, make sure you first. Don't be last, because everybody else is gonna get on you when you come out. So we want you to be first, okay? We got you.
I cannot. Okay, so I know we actually ran over time, but I was having fun, so I didn't mind. But so we talked about what's coming up next. We're moving into the summertime. What if there's a comedian out there who says, "Hey, I'm active in my organization. I want to be a part of this too." What do they need to do?
They can reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? They can hit me up on IG at Greek Comedy Tour, and my personal is Columbus 1914, or you can just email me at info@Greek Comedy Tour and see what they do or whatever. Make sure you within good standards though. You know what I'm saying? Nicole, we started out, we had somebody that wasn't in good standards with the organization. We had to take them off the tour real quick. So
I remember.
Because I ain't doing too many background checks. I hope I ain't too many people out there saying they part of something that they not or whatever.
Right.
Almost made that mistake.
That would look real bad if you found out that somebody on the tour is a perp.
What? You know what I'm saying? This person was kicked out. So
ooh.
You know what I'm saying? But they still rep their stuff though, and that's cool. But yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And then I don't. It's not up to me. I think it's up to the comedians. I'm financial on all levels, and some people expect all the comedians to be financial for their organization, but man, that's between that comedian and their organization. They want to be financial because everybody know their financial obligation, what they commit to and what they can't. And I don't want to put that thing on you and tell you that hey, you should be financial with your organization, and you know what I'm saying? Because man, you know why you joined that organization, and if that ain't the reason for you to stay financial for whatever, don't do it just because you want to do a show with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there is two organizations that every time they ask all the comedians financial,
Mm.
they ask are they financial,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
mean,
like, what are you gonna do with a check?
asked when my chapter in New Orleans brought the comedians, they
Yeah.
asked, are these people financial in their organizations?
It's no way I could do what I do with Phi Beta Sigma or within Blue and White without being financial. When I started this woman, whatever I was already financial. That's the first thing before they took me a call with me to talk about what I was doing or whatever. They was like, if he ain't financial, like we don't even want to talk to him. But I was
I
already
was about to
financial.
say that because Chris put in a lot of work meeting with every organization. He was in meetings after meetings just to get the
Oh heck yeah,
approval,
man!
authorization, these shields, everything. We had to
Oh
make
my God,
sure
I got
that was
cease and desist
crazy.
emails from the
That was
alphas. I still got
crazy.
that. I thought I made it. The alphas. I remember the president of Delta Sigma Theta at the time. I can't remember her name, but I got it. Her and the president of Kappa
The
Alpha Psi called me on three-way.
Mm.
Called me, and I had no clue, and asked about the tour or whatever. But they was on my ass. Do you have permission to use these shields and all this other kind of stuff? And it was like they were talking, all the comedians financial, like what is this Greek comedy tour? And all this other kind of stuff. Because I had a thing to try to meet with all the D9 presidents to explain what to give them an option, because we still got people out there washing cars and selling cakes and you know what I'm
Right.
saying, doing stuff. It's just something different. Then you got these, the old sorrows and frat that are so used to doing these old time things, that scholarship dealing with that dry chicken, green beans, and potatoes, and it's like just trying to give them another option or whatever. So yeah, they may have a virtual wine tasting at the church, but the pastor got AA meeting at 9 o'clock that night, so it got to be over by 8 because his ankle bracelet battery is low. It's 30%. He can't be too far because his Wi-Fi password is LLDDQMLI baptized third time /? See.
Chris, you stupid. You had me hooked so much. I was trying to read what you were saying. I'm like,
Hey, that dyslexia kicked in quick, boy. I started from the second line of you consider performing virtually during the holiday season. I might have a virtual wine tasting with us.
I will tell you that the Greek Comedy Tour does do virtual tour or virtual
But
shows. Are you still doing virtual shows, or did you give that up?
we've only done one within the last year, and that was the Atlanta chapter, and it was fun. I
and you
forgot
know
how
what,
crazy it was.
Chris? I did a Monticello a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
and Sarah that was on that Zoom show. She was in
yeah.
the audience celebrating her 50th birthday. Had a whole bunch of Sarah. She had like 7 or 8 with them. They was deep, all from up there in different areas and stuff. But she was like, "I
Dude.
saw you. I saw you on the Zoom show." She said it was probably y'all
Yeah.
last one y'all did, but I saw.
Yeah, we still do it, man. We do it. We do it with DJ Chanel B. You know what I'm saying, and have 3 comedians. Every comedian do it like 20 minutes. The Zoom shows was kind of it was try run. It was dry at first. Because everybody cameras off. Everybody was on mute, so it sounded like people were like you was on doing a. If you ever did a radio station, that would have sounded like it was no feedback.
Right,
It was
right.
nothing like that. Then we started having people turn the cameras on and turn mutes off. You know what I'm saying? Then we started seeing people had roaches running around, and then grandma in the hospital bed, they feed them. You know what I'm saying? Grandma chewing for no reason. They were like, "Yo, just turn your camera off." So we didn't want to see that. So
Crazy,
But
wow.
yeah, but we still do Zoom, but we rather come in. We think the show is more engaging, more fun in person. We love that and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we really, really do. So
Well, now going
hey,
back to if a comedian wants to join the tour, do they have
mhm.
to do kind of an audition or send in an audition tape or anything?
Nah,
Absolutely.
they have audition, but you got to be funny. You got to be funny, and you got to help me sell tickets. You
I
got
just
to be somebody they want to come see,
they're not all
huh?
that funny, but they're in an organization.
Hey, I can't say not one comedian I've had on my tour. Well, maybe one that wasn't funny.
Oh, don't say maybe one. You, you
Okay, that one comedian wasn't funny that one time using. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else funny though. You know what I'm saying? We all have bad nights or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I mean I'm the least funniest one. So I set it up, that's for them. So I know my raw, I know my strength. You know, if some people it was their tour, they would headline every damn show. They would be the host, the feature, and the guest. I just do whatever, set up, tell it whatever you need to tell it, hit me up. And I let the comedians be the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't let it be about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an ego. So, and then I only, honestly, I don't even like a lot of attention and stuff like that. I be like, my social media is like, I probably got what, 1,000 followers or whatever.
You do
You know
not
what
have
I'm saying?
1,000 followers.
So what?
You do not have 1,000 followers.
Well, after
Well,
tonight, it's gonna get a couple more. It's probably gonna be like
no, I got
1,005.
more. I'm just joking, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm about to, I'm gonna lose a follower once a boy see this video that licked your face. I'm gonna be down one.
Yeah,
Whatever.
for that one.
Yeah.
Whatever. You ain't lost nothing.
All right. Well, I'm not going to keep you guys on here all night, but I thank you for joining me tonight. This was a fun episode. So once again, tell everybody where they can find more information about the Greek Comedy Tour.
And you can go to our website, which is www.thegreekcomedytour.com. You can email me. I can see your press kit that was done by who did the press kit?
Me, I did the press kit. Dr. Rhonda
You
M.
go to the website, you can see you can see all the comedians we have on IG. We're at Greek Comedy Tour. My personal page is Columbus 1914 on Facebook. Up on the Christopher Columbus, and the Greek Comedy Tour has their own page too. Then make sure y'all follow my girl, your girl Blue One. You know what I'm saying? So and she always around doing things. So you can't keep up with her. She be here the next thing you know, she back on the West Coast and stuff.
Hey, gotta do it.
Yeah, I might have to talk to y'all about a little show pretty soon.
Oh yeah, we got to because I'm talking. My DP is just moved to DC, so
Oh, okay.
I forgot what chapter. So
This
now,
is hosted by Meet the World Image Solutions, though.
oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is DJ go sponsor with the cookies? We gotta have cookies in the green room. We gotta have cookies.
Yeah, we will have.
I need a 3-piece spicy. Not the new biscuit. I want the old biscuit from Popeyes. And
I want that strawberry biscuit. They done discontinued them things
I need 2
already.
good bars. Yeah, but yeah, we have a good time.
You know what? I'm gonna let you know. He just came up with a new cookie. It's a banana cookie. It tastes just like banana.
Do you know my daughter hid a batch of cookies to the side, and somebody took. Somebody took a whole batch. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, my daughter loved the cookies, man. I appreciate everything you did, man. I appreciate it though. My daughter had a real successful event, so I really appreciate it.
That's good. I wish we could have come. We probably could have come back because that Kappa event we were supposed to make all those cookies for. That one, I guess the event happened, but the cookies wound up not happening. I'm like, we could have stayed at the event.
Oh wow, that's messed up. Well, I paid for my cookies. I got mine. Them damn Kappa. I tried to tell him, bro. Yeah, but them strawberry shortcake was a hit. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it was the praline cookie or whatever. That was mine though, for real. Yeah, them cookies was on point though. So I think my daughter got another event coming up in a couple weeks, whatever. I'll be back up in DC to check on both of them.
Okay.
Check on my crew. You know what I'm saying?
All right, all right. And then next time for the Black History Month event, I'm gonna have you in there.
I got you. No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
You're getting Nicole up there too.
Of course.
And
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much once again for spending some time with me. I really enjoyed the interview. I wish you both all the best in everything that you're doing. And stay in touch with the girl. If you ever want to come back, if you have a show coming up, you need to promote it, let me know. And we'll go ahead and do this whole thing again.
And if
all
your
right.
grandma is horrible like mine and you're a horrible writer, know your weakness and reach out to Rhonda and just be like, hey, Rhonda, I need a script. I need this because I am a horrible writer. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I will have one long ass run on sentence, no commas, no semicolons, nothing. Just I might capitalize that first letter, but I'm gonna put a period at the end. But between that first letter and the period, it's just one long sentence. So I always hear Run up, be like, yo, Run, I need this. Well, she was like, this all of me. I just need 3 lines. How should I say this? So know your weakness, man. Find you a good team, man, and help yourself out.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Nicole, he really will text me and be like, good morning. I'm like,
Oh, you too? I thought that was just me. This joker
Look,
don't
man,
say, listen here,
ain't no
I get a
shame to say,
text
hey, look.
from, you get a text from Chris out of the blue that'll just say, hey.
yeah, that's him.
And I just hit him back with, yes,
Hey, you know
sir.
what it is? You know what it is? You be doing other stuff. You hit that, and then I go back to that. You start that conversation and go in there, you finish or whatever. So yeah,
Oh yeah, but
you
no,
know.
wait, Nicole, does he say hey? And then when you respond, he'll continue the conversation about an hour or two later.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. I use yo sometimes, like yo.
Yeah, he said, yo, or it's like, good morning, or
Oh
hey.
no. Happy Thursday, Nicole. Like, okay, I'm sorry. Now I have to be proper and be educated with Nicole and be like, good afternoon,
Whatever.
Nicole. Happy Monday to you.
It just come his messages come out of nowhere, just pop up and be like something with, hey. That's like how I read them. That's how I read it.
Hey, I'm planning to see him working on something else and come back like, oh yeah. I'm gonna get to you though.
Right.
Y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all evening.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
Yeah, this has been the Greek Comedy Tour. We have your girl, Nicole Blue. We have Christopher Columbus, the founder of the Greek Comedy Tour. If you want to reach them, go to www.thegreekcomedytour.com and learn all about the comedians and how you can get them into your town and host a show for you so you can raise scholarship dollars, March of Dimes dollars, or whatever it is that you're looking to raise money for. They got you.
I appreciate all both of y'all for both what y'all do for me. Take care of yourself, Dietrich. Take care, Dietrich.
I will. I got him. And his name is Dedrick. He gonna fuss at me later.
My bad. Dedrick. You know what I meant.
Yep. All right, y'all have.
Nicole, I'm gonna have my boy Cat Daddy give you a call.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all be good.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.